Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Cooking with T-Zack. Alright, I'm excited, are you? Okay, you can't hear me through the screen. No, I can't hear you through the screen. What am I saying? But yeah, today is going to be a little different because I've been sharing a lot of traditional Indian recipes for the last several months, but today I thought why not change things up a little bit. We're going to do something that's actually classic American. That's right, we're going to do an American burger, but not just any American burger. This is called a Juicy Lucy. I know the name might sound a little like, what's Juicy Lucy, T-Zack? But I'll tell you, it's actually a burger where the cheese is not on top of it, but actually inside the patty. So as the burger cooks, it's going to get all nice and melty, and like as you take that bite, it's going to cheese is going to ooze out, and that's why it's called Juicy Lucy. But again, this is not just a regular Juicy Lucy. It's going to be a keema pao Juicy Lucy. So it's a lot of ideas thrown into one. I know it sounds complicated, but it's not. It's really simple and it's really delicious. So let's get started. I'll take you through the ingredients. We have cinnamon sticks, cardamom, cloves, bay leaves, green chilies chopped, finely chopped onions. We have finely chopped tomatoes, some dhania which I'll chop later, cilantro. We have ginger paste, garlic paste, some nimbu, lime, coriander powder, garam masala powder, turmeric powder, cumin powder, black pepper powder, red chili powder. We have mutton keema, mutton mince. We have Bombay pao, but you can use burger buns as well. And we have some Amul cheese cubes. Okay, so let's get cooking, shall we? First things first, we're going to make the keema masala base. Did I say keema? It's keema. Okay, keema masala base. We're going to start with some oil. You can use ghee as well. Ghee. See, I'm getting a hang of it. Heat up the oil nicely. And you first start blooming the spices. So, as the oil gets a little warm and hot, add the bay leaves, the cardamom, the cloves, and the cinnamon sticks. And you know when the spices are bloomed because the cardamom starts to kind of puff up and whiten. We can add the chopped onion. Of course, season as you go. And get it to almost brown. Add the ginger and garlic paste. Almost brown. Okay. Generous amount. This is about quarter of a cup. Get it in there. And then we're going to cook out the raw flavor of the ginger and the garlic, which in this case is going to just take a couple of minutes. And while that's happening, we can add our spices as well. So, just a quarter of a teaspoon of turmeric, quarter of a teaspoon of black pepper powder, some about 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, or maybe a teaspoon and a half. About a tablespoon of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of cumin powder, and right now you're just cooking out the raw flavor of the spices, the ginger and the garlic. The onions already cooked through. The flavor of those whole spices are cooking in there, and then you can add the chopped tomatoes. And we're going to cook this out now till the tomatoes are completely dry. You always make sure to be dry before you use it for the next step, which is the exciting part. Okay, so now the tomatoes have been cooking in there. As you can see, it's nice and dry. At this stage, I'm going to balance it out with a little bit of sugar, of course, and a pinch of lime for a little bit of like brightness and acidity. Okay. Mix it together. We're gonna take out the whole spices. Okay. Take out all the whole spices. Cool this mixture down completely. Turn this off now. Okay, so once this is nice and cooled down, again all the spices have been pulled out. You can taste it. Packed with flavor, intense. There's a lot going on, but that's because we're gonna mix it into the keema. Again, if you're making a traditional keema, like a keema pav, you just add the keema and cook it for another half an hour, 1 hour. How much of a time it takes, usually low and slow. But in this case, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do it ulta. The raw keema, we're gonna add this masala into. So there's about 3/4 of a kilo, about 750 grams of mutton mince, to which we're adding about this whole masala. And I'm also gonna add some chopped green chilies for a nice little kick. The chopped cilantro, and we're gonna mix it in. Okay, very gradually. Now you can substitute the mutton mince for chicken, and you can also substitute it with vegetarian alternatives. Soy keema works really well, and yeah, I mean it tastes great as whatever you substitute with, but the idea needs to remain the same, right? You're taking even though the form might change. Okay, so once everything is kind of nice and mixed through, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread a little oil on my hands, okay, so it doesn't stick to my hands. It looks like I'm giving like an oil massage, but I'm not. And then take the patty. This is about maybe 60 or 70 grams worth. It's got all that masala nice and mixed in. And what I'm going to do is make a hole in the center and put the cheese in. Okay, there's a generous amount of cheese, and then I'm going to close it up. Okay, and that's pretty much your patty. Make sure that the cheese is kind of in the center. And we're going to make another one. Okay, so now comes the exciting part. We're going to cook up our burgers. So I'm going to get this cast iron pan nice and hot. You can use a regular pan as well, but I really like the cast iron because it heats up evenly, it retains a lot of heat, and you want to get it like nice and hot where the oil is like smoking like that. And yeah, we just put on our burgers very carefully. There you go. And then you just let that cook on there for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side till you get a nice brown color. You might be wondering what the beer is doing here. It's because cooking burgers kind of reminds me of my time in the US. I was there from 2007 to 10, and there's something about summers and barbecue and flipping burgers and like talking a couple of beers. So that's, yeah, kind of, I mean, I'm trying to recreate that experience here. Also, I've realized over time that it's also important to kind of space out when you're doing this. The last thing you want to do is get hungover the next day. So have a glass of water handy, space out your beers, and always helps to have food in between. Basically, play it smart. Alright, we're going to flip our burger now. Ooh, look at that. And then let that cook for about 3 minutes. Now when that's done, you turn it off. Pull out your burger patties. And then I'm going to throw these in the oven for about 5 to 7 minutes. Look what I magically have. I have these burger patties which are already cooked. I cooked them 5 minutes ago. Now in the same pan, you want to take your bread. I'm using pav here because again the whole play on the keema pav. Butter them and then just toast them lightly, and we're almost ready to plate. Now with these burgers, you can pretty much use any toppings. You can add mustard, ketchup, mayo, any kind of lettuce that you want. I have an idea for you. Now this is something that we served on our Bombay Canteen menu, Keema Pao Juicy Lucy, and I wanted a fun way to use up tenli, and so I pickled some tenli in like a basic pickling liquid. Just cut it up, and it actually resembles gherkins. Yeah. You also don't want to waste those lovely juices at the bottom of the pan. Oh my god, look at that. So good. And we got some caramelized onions as well. I'm gonna top that on there. Yeah. A couple of pieces of tenli on there. And there you have it. Your Keema Pao Juicy Lucy. Oof. Are you ready? Alright, time to eat. As you see, cheese is nice and gooey inside. So much flavor. Don't forget to grab a bite in between bites. Oh man, okay, I'm gonna make another 4 of these. See ya.